Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to NPSL home game for the Wisconsin Conquerors against FC Pride out of Indiana. I want to thank both teams. In a few minutes, announce the lineup. And for FC Pride, starting lineup. Number 11, Braden Dahl. Number 0, Cassidy Kelly. Number 7, Spencer Holland. Number 11, Julian Smith. Number 3, Ashton Flowers. Number 4, Luke Garris. Number 12, Kabiru Gaffa. Number 6, Quentin Flowers. Number 14, Anton Vesbordroth. Number 20, Quinn Johnston. 22, Brady Horn. And bench, number 77, Cole Thompson. 13, Chase Habis. 30, Rylan Ross. 17, Sam Hevesy. Number 9, Micah Elridge. The FC Pride, they coached by Jamie Gilbert, assistant Louis Tomlinson, and captain Quentin Flores. And for your Wisconsin Conquerors. Number 5, Evan Bott. Number 12, Ludwig Samuelson. Number 20, Logan Meyer. Number 1, Leighton Will. Number 6, Aboyami George. Number 9, Sergio Camargo. Number 7, Hezi Let's-Go. Number 10, Kaito Law. Number 15, Chris Ruiz. Number 21, Nolan Mayer. Number 18, Luis Fortet. And bench, Jonas 99. Number 14, Giovanni Lonzo. Number 16, Sam Caston. 14, Brian Camargo. Number 8, Shi Lee. Number 2, Cody Ranta. The Conquerors, coached by Andy Kiwamia. Assistant coach, Jesus Alonso. And if you just want to turn to the national flag, the national anthem.
Stripes and Well, good evening from central Wisconsin here, folks. We are here for game number 2 of the Wisconsin Conquerors home set of 5 games on their NPSL season. My name is Ben Glasscock. I am accompanied by club manager Alexander Edo himself. He's going to be running some scoreboard action for us tonight, so you might hear him barking in the background a little bit. This evening, the Conquerors are taking on FC Pride. Teams are all warmed up. I was a little worried there earlier today. We were going to have black kits on black kits, but we made it through. We got Aqua out there tonight for the Pride. In the NPSL Central States Conference, FC Pride is currently in the 4th position, with the Conquerors in 5th. Leading the charge is the Milwaukee Torrent, who will be here in just a few weeks. Just getting referees in place, and our action will be underway. 90 minutes of NPSL soccer coming at you tonight here from Marshfield, Wisconsin. Pride will take the ball out from midfield to start off. Pride looking for an early opening here. Just playing a little bit of possession ball to get going. Figuring the turf out a bit. Last time we were here in Marshfield, the wind played a significant factor, but today the wet turf will be the element of choice. That'll be the biggest barrier to overcome, at least. Pride making a significant advance here. Making their way all the way to the other side of the field. Looking for an early opening here. Good header interruption there on the Conquerors. And from out of bounds to the corner here. Pride will take it out. Crowding the middle of the field. Line drive kick right into the middle, but over the top goes that attempt. And the Conquerors will have the ball on their side of the field. Conquerors ball there off the big deflection. Players doing the talking for me tonight, as you can hear the Pride announcing out loud their intentions as they get a great shot on goal there, but saved by Blatant Will. Great strike there by the Pride. Great rally of passes. Not quite enough to put it in the net, but definitely figuring out how to penetrate the Conquerors defense here early. Conquerors looking to do something here, interrupting the flow of the Pride as they've handled the possession of the ball the majority of the game thus far. Big header there for Wisconsin. So the first real opportunity for Wisconsin to see if they can put one in the net here. You got Maletzko there on the left. Rolls it in right into the hands of the keeper for Pride. But, although oh, there we go. Pride advanced the ball to midfield with ease. And we've got a foul on Wisconsin there. Apologies on my scoreboard, folks. It's just not wanting to get the clock rolling there, but as the game plays on, I'll work to get that figured out and updated for you. Great effort there by the Pride off the sideline. Conquerors looking to advance through the defense of the Pride. Not quite assertive enough on that pass. Ball dies in the wet turf, but they get it right back there. Advancing the ball to the middle of the field. Good interruption there. And Pride continuing to push. Really pushing the pace early are the Pride. They have maintained the possession of the ball for the majority of the match thus far, as we're about 8 minutes in here. I'm going to take this one out from the corner on the far side of your screen there. Bit of bouncing around there, all to no avail. And it will be Conquerors' ball. And is out of bounds and going back in the Conquerors' direction. There we go. All right. Clock is up. And here we are. Still tied 0-0. 9 minutes in. And the Pride looking to attack once more here. Great pass into the inside, just a little bit in front and right into the hands of Blayton Will. So Conquerors catch a break here. They've got a good look to get another shot off here potentially. Good opportunity at least, but kind of a lot of waiting around for the ball. And great pass out in front there for Pride. But the assist too strong out in front and right into the hands of the Conquerors once more. So although FC Pride has dominated possession thus far and really been the force of the match, we are still knotted up at nothing. A little open grass here, but right in front. Great save there by Blayton. He has been in the right spot a number of times already. So from the other corner here, and no significant advance over the middle, but now they do get it over the top. A couple of headers between both teams. And possession will return to Wisconsin. And a bit of a mishandle there for the Conquerors, so ball will return to FC Pride. Turnovers aplenty here early in Marshfield between the Conquerors and FC Pride. Aggressive pass there across the middle. Deflected by the defense of Wisconsin. Ooh. Bit of contact over on the far side of the field there, and foul is called, or maybe just out of bounds. Looks like that was merely an out of bounds call. Good defense by the Conquerors. Gets some possession here. Going to make a big pass across the middle. Interrupted by FC Pride. Defense in the turquoise gets it done. Both teams looking to push the pace here a little bit. Really communicating out on the field. Starting to maybe see through a little bit of each other's defense. Looking for those moments to capitalize. Big pass across the middle there again for Pride. They're starting to find an opening. Gone to the same well a couple times here in the last couple minutes. Blatant Will getting in front of that one once more. Conquerors looking to reset. Maybe maintain possession here for a bit and give their defense a rest. Big boot there to flip the field. And the whistle is blown. Be a free kick from the side of the field here. Pride looking to set something up again in the middle of the field, right in front of the net, as you'd expect. Ooh, great save there by Blatant Will, just getting right out in front of it. Don't even let him touch it. That'll be a card on Wisconsin there, as Norland Mejia gets tangled up with Spencer Holland. So it'll be a free kick again here for FC Pride. All right. Conquerors looking to possess the ball here for a bit, and maybe. Haven't really seen much of this in our match thus far. Wisconsin looking for a whistle there on a little bit of contact, but no such luck. Wisconsin's really struggling to get through the defense of FC Pride and then still have somebody on the other side of it. They've had a few moments of breakaway, but have not really been able to get past about 2/3 of the way down the field with much of a shot quite yet. 21 minutes into our match, Wisconsin's going to be looking to make something happen here, I'm guessing. Set something up off the sideline here. Good save there to keep the ball in bounds, maintain possession. Trying to attack from the close side of the field here. Not quite. Resets back to the middle. Good defense by Wisconsin. There's nobody out there to get it quite yet. And it sneaks through and into the keeper of Blaytonville. Tough handle there for Wisconsin. Just a little extra off the foot, loses possession just like that. Good defense, though, so far for Wisconsin. Well, Pride has done a lot of that, and they finally get one to go into the net for their first score of the game in the 23rd minute. Wisconsin maintains possession there off the deflection. And for only a moment, though, as the turnover with the kick out of bounds. Smart play there by Samuelson. Let the ball go out of bounds. Great pass across the field. Came in a little hot. Oh, here we go. Wisconsin with the look, and great shot there, but saved by Pride from the corner. Over the top, looking for the header. Pride just gets out in front of that one. And big boot there by Maletzko. That is out of bounds. Bit of a surprise live ball there. Trying to sneak something through, maybe. As Pride leads this match 1-0. 27 minutes in. 90 minutes will be played. Getting a little handsy there down in the corner. Mental error there on the inbound pass, throwing it a little short and right into the feet of the defender. As FC Pride continues to play possession ball and play it well. Not really letting Wisconsin see much of anything thus far. Looking for something across the middle. Pitches it out to the left. Deflected off of Wisconsin and back into possession for FC Pride. Again, just continuing to beat into this Wisconsin defense, but Wisconsin doing their best to hold strong here in the early going. About a third of a way through our match here. Good interruption there on the pass for Wisconsin. Now they've got to look at something here. Great possession out on the correct side of the field. Well, Let's Go just keeps it out, and that will be Wisconsin's ball from the corner on the inbound here. Let's Go lobs it in. Gets the chest pass back to himself. Wears a hit there. It will be FC Pride's ball once more. Pride's ability to advance with so few players has been a real difference maker thus far in this match. Being able to push the ball up the field with only a few folks. Oh, the Conquerors have outmanned them on defense. Still be able to advance their position. Bit of a error there. Bit of a blemish, if you will, for the Pride on the turnover. Haven't seen too many of those out of them thus far. So here comes Pride one more time. Setting something up. No. Bit of a strong pass there. Gives Conquerors the opportunity to get a few more bodies up the field. Having to retreat. evenly matched on this side of the field. Players jockeying the ball back and forth. Just looking for that opening. Big kick across the middle here. Interrupted there by Wisconsin, but right to the feet of Pride once more, and they will maintain possession on the out of bounds. Great pass there across the middle for Pride, but just a hair strong and out in front. Ultimately turns into Conquerors ball here. On their side of the field. 10 more minutes remain in our first half of action here. Tough break there on Camargo, catching a whistle, dribbling through. Some quick feet here for Pride, but again, interrupted by that Wisconsin defense, although it is just the bailout and getting it out of bounds. Doing everything they can to stop those quick attacks. Great pass there out of the inbound. Wisconsin's just got to figure out how to get out of that spot. Get it out in front a little bit. There we go. Big breakaway here for Maletzko. He's got a 3-on-2. Not quite enough there. And again, the big boom right to midfield here. Same interception, this time well possessed by Wisconsin. And one for Wisconsin finally has an offensive setup here that they might be able to do something with. A few players on the right side of the field. But now the ball returns. Saved from going out of bounds. And great effort there by, I believe that is Ludwig Samuelson, to maintain possession. Ball will be coming out from the keeper for Wisconsin. Great pass there. Wisconsin, there we go. Good leading pass. Down into the corner, looking for something across the middle, interrupted. Samuelson comes in from behind, comes up empty. And now there's a lot of open field in between FC Pride and the net, one-on-one with the defender. And good defense there by Wisconsin. Bails out. little bit more evenly matched here in the latter half of our first period. 38th minute here. FC Pride leading 1-0. Wisconsin is doing their best to not get beat across the middle. All of their defense in front of their net has been very strong in front of the net. And turnover there will lead to Wisconsin ball. Wisconsin's been getting beat on the edges, but not in the middle. And that is why this is still a one-score match. FC Pride from the corner. Looking for the big one across the middle here. Header by Wisconsin interrupts that. Pride sets up in the middle, but goes wide left. Just less than 5 minutes remain in our first half. Tough hit there for the Conquerors as Evan Bartz, number 5, takes a big hit. So he's going to have the trainer take a look at him. All right, here we go. It's settled back into action. Great pass there across the middle. Let's go on the right, looking to feed the pass out in front. Just a little too far out there. FC Pride making a big press here. Looking to close out the second half strong. Simple possession ball here on this side of the field for FC Pride. Just doing everything they can to set those looks up on the outside, advance up the edge, and then look to beat Wisconsin in the middle, which they haven't done thus far besides just that one time. Wisconsin's defense just bailing out on a lot of these attacks, doing everything they can to just slow things down and get into the second half. Big boot there across the middle. Great assist there and strike to make the score 2-0 for FC Pride. Wow, that was a heck of an attack. Really communicated well all the way down the field. Handled the ball very well, passed the ball around very well. Two to nothing. As our first half shall draw to a close soon. And there it is. So that is halftime. And with 45 minutes remaining in our match, coming in the second half, FC Pride leads the Wisconsin Conquerors 2-0. We shall return. right, folks, we are back for our second half of action here from Marshfield, Wisconsin. Home field of the Wisconsin Conquerors taking on FC Pride. Pride pretty well dominated the first half here. But as the teams change sides of the field, hoping to change those fortunes as well. Pride on the strike once more here. Down in the corner. Using their wings to try and set something up across the middle. Just shoves off the Wisconsin defender there. Gets the boot across the middle right into the hands of their striker. Feet, excuse me. Wide open across the middle and over the top goes FC Pride. And the score remains 2-0. Right over the top of Wisconsin and back down into that same corner. FC Pride's doing a lot of what worked for them in the first half. Advancing on the sides and then looking for something across the middle. Pitch across the middle, interrupted by Wisconsin. Great idea on the leading pass there, but just a little bit strong and a little bit left and right into the hands of the keeper for Wisconsin. Foul on Maletsko there as he dishes the pass off to his wing, but no luck as the ball advances quickly to the other side of the field. Across the middle and into the net goes FC Pride. That was an absolute pounce. And that will make the score 3-0. Tough break there for Wisconsin. Had a little bit of momentum going one direction, and then just like that, a couple blinks later, the ball is in their net. Quick substitution here for Wisconsin. Looks like Giovanni Alonso is going to make his way onto the field. Last time we were here, Giovanni had a rough match. He took one off the chest and just a moment later took one off the chops. Huge move here by FC Pride right off of the kickoff. Foul will give FC Pride a free kick from just about 25 yards out. Back down into the corner. Looks to feed it across the middle. Wisconsin loses the handle there on the takeaway. Looking to swarm. That ball just skips and skips and skips through the middle. Wisconsin possessing the ball pretty well here. Possessing the ball, excuse me. Looking to continue their advance towards the net. Alonso tries to interrupt that one, and here comes FC Pride once more. All the momentum in their direction. Good effort there by Wisconsin, but does catch the whistle. And the free kick for FC Pride goes in the top left of the net. And that'll make it 4-0 over the Conquerors. Defense had to do just about everything they could to try and stop that offensive strike, but turns into the penalty, turns into the goal, and here we are. Wisconsin's looking for signs of life. FC Pride will take it out from the corner here. Big boom there across the middle, interrupted by Wisconsin. And wide right. That'll be Wisconsin ball. Oh, excuse me. That'll be FC Pride ball out of the corner once more. Pass there across the middle for Pride, looking for the header into the top, but over the top bar. Looks like that should be Wisconsin ball still. Alonzo will take it out from the sideline. Wisconsin and FC Pride both reset their positions on the field. Let's Go looks for the pass there across the middle, but interrupted by FC Pride with a 4-goal advantage here. 59th minute of our match. again. Wisconsin will inbound once more. Great defense there by Wisconsin, staving off the attack. But the goal for Wisconsin now is simple. Make one. Get one in the net. Good effort there to keep the ball on the offensive side of the field for Wisconsin. But FC Pride continues to just own this match thus far as we're closing our 61st minute. Great pass there across the middle. Wisconsin's got a chance, but the keeper runs out and just booms it out of there. Great effort there for him and his first real time for the keeper for FC Pride to really get involved. Had a couple early saves, but not much since. Advance up the side for Wisconsin, but nobody there in the middle as that flies way out of bounds. That'll be Wisconsin's ball out of the corner, so they'll look to get set up and see if Maletzko can lob one across the middle here and get one in the net. And there's the lob, the header, right behind it and over the top. Great effort there by Wisconsin out of the corner. All right, and a turnover there by FC Pride will put Wisconsin in good position once more. See if they can use this good field position to their advantage. Get in front of an offensive attack here. Get a good look across the middle. Alonzo there tries to get it over there, but that one's interrupted. FC Pride will regain possession. pass booms past Samuelson. And back into possession for FC Pride. Foul on FC Pride will give Wisconsin the ball right at midfield here. Samuelson looks to line one up right across the middle. Header gets the ball up in the air. Pride is swarming the ball well on defense. Get those passes out to the side, and all of a sudden there's 3 defenders there. Good advance by FC Pride one more time up the left side there. Looked for the big pass across the middle. Had their striker where they wanted him. But pass again interrupted. The defensive work, although the score might not reflect it, but the defensive work by Wisconsin has been pretty darn good across the middle of the field. A few breakaways and one unfortunate goal have been their downfall thus far. That was a great pass across the middle. And an even better header to put it into the net, making it 5-0 for FC Pride. Not a whole lot you can do with a pass that's that good. pass there up the left side for FC Pride, but the whistle interrupts their advance. Really have found that weak spot up the left-hand side. Doing just about everything they can to exploit it also. Great pass there. Feeds it over to Let's Go, who gets it across the middle and gets the shot off. FC Pride comes up with the save. And that'll be a whistle on FC Pride. Foul on the far side of the field. Wisconsin's starting to find a bit of momentum here. Great effort there again for Wisconsin. Had a look in the middle. Just over the top goes the shot. Couple good opportunities here for Wisconsin in our 70th minutes. Ball doesn't quite sneak out of bounds. FC Pride hustles to it, retakes possession there. Out of bounds, and Conquerors ball there. Just about 14 minutes remain in our match. do what they can to get the ball out of the zone, but goes out of bounds. FC Pride will regain possession. Oh, big hit there. No whistle, though. Pass across the middle, and Wisconsin gets beat on those that was short pass from the outside to the middle for the first time tonight. Make it 6-0. Great pass there from the outside for Samuelson. Miletsko across the middle, left foot. Keeper does interrupt, but doesn't hold on. Wisconsin with a second chance here. Trying to wrestle the ball away from the defender. And I believe that is a foul on the Conquerors. Big advance there for FC Pride. Ball goes booming out of bounds. I believe that'll be a corner for FC Pride. Clayton Will goes out and gets it for Wisconsin there. FC Pride, although they have the advantage with just about 10 minutes remaining in our match, unrelenting in their attack. Great offensive possession there for FC Pride. A couple of great passes across the field. Trying to lead the attack across the middle and just goes a little bit long. Possession returns to Wisconsin. Great pass there for the Pride. And that will go in FC Pride's direction again. Wisconsin wrestles the ball away well there. Looking to get something moving across the middle, but nobody home. Ooh, tough break there. Turf gets him. We'll have a quick stop with injury on the field here. That is Kaito Valor, who is thankfully walking off the field on under his own power. So he'll have a substitute come in his place. Second half winding to a close here. FC Pride with the 6-0 advantage. Again, continues to press. They've got a wide open look here, one-on-one with the keeper, but sails wide to the right. And that is your ball game, folks. FC Pride takes home the win. 6-0 over the Wisconsin Conquerors here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. The Conquerors will have their next home match right here in Marshfield on June 26th against the Michigan Rangers, as well as the 1st of July, which is a Tuesday, against the Southern Indiana Guardians, and finally Saturday, July 5th against the Milwaukee Torrent. But for today, my name's Ben Glasscock. This has been Wisconsin Conquerors football. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.